Hi guys, it's been a hot minute and I thought that I would do a check-in with you guys. As a couple of people have noticed, my last photo shoot that I had for Robbie Burns Day, it was only Tabitha that was in the photo shoot video. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago today, I had to say goodbye to Rusty. He started to go downhill very quickly in a span of a few hours. And I thought that I had more time to have with him. And my daughter was coming that weekend to spend time with him. But I was underestimating how bad off he was. 3 days before he basically said, "I'm done," his bowels shut down. So he hadn't passed a stool. So his organs were shutting down slowly. He was urinating, he was drinking, he was barely eating. I was feeding him as much as I could, and when he was done, he was done. He would just back off. So I allowed that. By the time Friday morning rolled around, I knew basically he was done his fight with his cancer. He had chronic lymphoma cancer. It affected his bowels, so he was constantly getting diarrhea, worse than IBS. It affected his liver, his spleen, and it was making his bowels bleed from the inside when he was first diagnosed. Now, he had IBS for the longest period of time, off and on 4 years since I've had him. He'd have IBS for like 3 days max, and then he would stop, and things would be fine. So he could have had this for a very long time. And then after Mimi had passed away, not even a week later, I was bringing him in to see my vet to find out what was going on with him. And it hit me hard to get the diagnosis that we got. I had just lost Mimi, and being thrown back into the thralls of taking care of Rusty, palliative care-wise. I have a lot of patience and a lot of compassion for my babies. And it was getting so bad where he would go to the bathroom in the litter box, and then he would go all around the house and take a poop here and there and almost everywhere. So I was constantly getting out the green machine and cleaning up his mess every night. Thank God for the green machine. It works. I'm telling you guys, if you ever want anything to clean up after your pet, Bissell little green machine. It's amazing. I don't know what I would have done without it. He never urinated anywhere. He always did his pee in the poo box. Thank God for that, because we all know what the smell of cat pee smells like when it's been sprayed all over the house and on furniture. He never threw up, and he ate and drank right up until he just basically said, "Mommy, I'm done." And he was starting to act weird again, just like Mimi. He wanted to go and hide. This was my boy never hid. And if he did, it was openly hiding. Like, he would go behind a blanket on the couch and make a fort, or, like, exactly where he was. He never went into hiding, and this was getting to the point where he was trying to get underneath the cupboards in the kitchen. And I had to retrieve him once, and I said, no, 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 we can't be in here, because he wanted in with my chemicals, my cleaning chemicals and things. So the next weird thing he did was he went in the bathtub, and he would lay there, and I'm like, what is he doing? It was so weird, so random. And so I just turned on the tap a bit and let him drink from that. Yeah, because the whole time that I've had him, he never went in the bathtub. Now, he did with when my daughter lived here, but other than that, he's never done that when it's just been him and I. He started to lose the luster in his eyes. He stopped purring. He was restless. He wouldn't sleep. He couldn't stay in one spot for a long period of time. Every 20 minutes, he was moving around the house. And I was like, he's done. He's totally done. So I gave him pain meds the last 3-4 days before he said goodbye to us. And that morning, I gave him pain meds at 4 a.m. And I had to give him a little bit to eat so his stomach wouldn't get upset. A few bites of food. And I kept on telling him, Aurora's coming, Aurora's coming. And she had sent him videos to cheer him up and to let him know that she was coming to see him, because it's been about, I think it was like 2 or 3 years since she had seen him last. And they had an amazing bond. I mean, just like Mimi and I were bonded for life, these two were bonded big time. They loved each other very, very much. So he would sit there and lay there and watch all the videos that she sent him. It was amazing how he paid attention. And I kept on, watching him and praying, like, please don't leave me. Please hold on. Please hold on. Your sister's coming. She's coming. Because I would feel so bad if she didn't, and my mom didn't get to say their goodbyes to him. Because both of them had a very special relationship with him, besides myself. Mom and Dad had him for 10 years, and Aurora, when she lived here with me, she had a year and a bit with him. And then I've had him for 4 years altogether. I got him right after my dad had passed away. My mom was moving out of their apartment and could not take the boy with her, and I wanted him anyway, so I just said, I want him. So I've had him since 2020 December. We've gone through a lot of ups and downs, and his teeth had to be done. That was a big bill. He became diabetic, and I had just caught it out of being a fluke. So he was a diabetic for the longest time, and then when he got diagnosed with having the lymphoma cancer, his blood sugars turned really low, back to where it would be for a normal cat with no diabetes. So he actually reverted back to being normal. So I stopped the insulin altogether. Now, cats are the only ones that this will happen to. They can become a diabetic 1 minute, and the next minute they're not a diabetic. So you've got to be really, really careful, and you got to watch them. It got to the point where his blood sugars were just getting so low and they weren't coming up, so I had to stop the insulin, and I let the doctor know, and they're like, okay, that's all right. And the last couple of weeks, I made the decision where he had become anemic like Mimi. His ears went white, his gums were white, and he was getting weaker. And I wrote my vet, and I said, he's become anemic, so I'm going to start with the iron supplement that I'll put in his food like I did with Mimi. I am not doing B12 shots every week. He was losing a tiny bit of weight, but not very much. And I was giving him pain meds every 12 hours on top of his anti-diarrhea medication. He had anti-nauseant medication. He had medication to put inside his ear to help him get an appetite to eat. He stopped eating Chibble about 2 weeks prior to him passing away. And so he was relying on me only to feed him. And he was on the special biome by Hills, Chibble, which I made into a paste, blended it down, nice and creamy, and I was hand feeding him 3 times a day. And then when he was just relying on me, I was feeding him around the clock, small meals at a time, so that he was getting the food into him. And it was rough. It was really rough. When you have to do palliative care with your animal, my cats, I should say, it does take a toll on your emotional and mental and physical well-being, because you're doing everything for them and you've got no time for yourself. It's a selfless job. It's a thankless, selfless job. And I was willing to go right to the end with them. I was waiting for his cues. That was what I was waiting for. I told the doctor, this is what I want to do. I want to make him comfortable, pain-free, quantity over quality, or quality over quantity. I'll wait for him to let me know that he's done. And the doctor was fine. What can we do? Well, I need this and this week before the weekend comes. And they had his medicine waiting for me to pick it up. Not a problem. They were amazing. I couldn't ask for anything more. The support that I get from my vets is above par. They go beyond. Above and beyond. They're wonderful, wonderful people. My mom and my daughter made it here on time, and we had an appointment for 2 o'clock on Friday. And I mentioned to the vet tech that I would like to bring Tabitha in as well. And they said that was fine. I wanted to bring Tabitha in with us to say goodbye to Rusty, because she was infatuated with him. She has been attached to him since day one. And I could not come home with another empty cage and for her to wonder where he is. So it was only fitting and only right that she got to be there to say goodbye as well. It was a wonderful moment. We all went in a little room. My daughter walked through the door. I should say this prior. My daughter walked through the door of the apartment and went into the bathroom, and there he was in the bathtub. And as soon as she said something to him, he just perked right up and looked at her as almost like, I've been waiting for you. Where have you been? We wrapped him up in a blanket, and I have a few beautiful pictures of them. But his eyes got so green, so green. He perked right up like he wasn't even sick. We did not put him in a cage, his cage, and I think he was kind of wondering where are we going and why am I not in my cage? She carried him all the way down to the car, sat in the front seat, and he was just purring and content and looking around, and she got that few minutes of time with him between my place and the veterinarian hospital. It was magical. So magical. So we went in the room. It was nice and quiet. The lights were dimmed. And my daughter said to me, I want him to be cremated in my Blue's Clues baby blanket. This blanket she used to bring with her everywhere, and she used to suck her thumb. And I said, yes, that's okay. I said, well, we'll swap it out soon, and we'll wrap him up in it, and you can have this blanket to take home that he's in right now. And she said, okay, Mommy. So we all sat on the couch, and he was all doped up. And they said it was a good idea that I had given him pain medication at 11 o'clock that morning. It helps calm them down and not stress them out. And we got a few minutes with him, as long as we wanted. Tabitha got to be there on my lap, and she was smelling him, and they were like inches away from each other. I have photos. It was a beautiful moment to say goodbye. All of us loved him. He was a special boy. Very special boy. He touched the hearts of many. And he was very, very received well on my channel. People loved him. He was a good boy. And it was a wonderful goodbye with the family all surrounding him. He went peacefully and very quick. I received his ashes today. So I thought it was fitting for me to come on and finally let all of you guys know what had happened and our current situation. He's back home. I received a thank you letter in the mail yesterday. I mean, a condolences card in the mail yesterday. May you find comfort during this sad time, from my veterinarian office. and all of the staff signed it. Also, another donation was made on behalf of my veterinarian hospital to the Ontario Veterinarian College in Guelph. And once again, a heartfelt thanks to Peterborough West Animal Hospital for donating money on behalf of Rusty to move veterinarian medicine forward. It's called the OVC Pet Trust at the Ontario Veterinarian College, University of Guelph. And if anybody wants any information, you can go to www.pettrust.ca to find out how you can donate money to a worthy cause. So that's it for that. And that's why you guys are seeing Miss Tabitha now. She is shy. She was a feral baby. I've had her for 5 years and we've come a long, long way. And we still have a longer way to go. She is actually doing better than what I anticipated. She is trying to find her new normal like myself. She's seeking me out more. She's starting to come up on the couch, and she'll come and get attention from me all the time now when she wants it. She loves it. She even sleeps on the couch while I'm sitting on the couch watching TV or whatever. She's come to bed with me 3 or 4 times now. I don't push her to go. I don't do it every night, but eventually she will start to come on her own. It'll be a routine for her. And she sticks around until I basically fall asleep, just like Mimi did. So she's finding her new normal. When I do my photo shoots or videos, it looks like she's pretty pissed off, and that's like her resting face. That's the way she always looks. It's almost like she never looks impressed with anything or everything. So it's kind of funny when somebody says, oh, she looks angry or she doesn't look impressed. Well, that's the way she looks. She looks pissed off. She's not. She's a happy-go-lucky cat, and you guys will be seeing more of her. Our next photo shoot video will be for Valentine's Day. So you will see her then. You guys are going to see her all the time. Now that she's an only fur baby in the house, she's going to get a lot of attention, and there'll be probably more videos being posted than what I usually do. She's my saving grace. She's been wonderful. She's leaned on me. I've leaned on her since Rusty's been gone and Mimi has been gone. And it's been an amazing time. We're bonding, and we're getting closer and closer. I can't wait to do some new adventures and new things with her. No, I'm not going to be adopting any kittens or cats at this time. I don't think I ever will, but I'm not going to say I'm not. But right now, my heart is broken. I'm trying to move on, and I'm still in the grieving process, as well as Tabitha is. She's so resilient. I look up to her so well. I mean, she's amazing. She's lost 2 siblings in 2.5 months. and now she's an only cat. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Share this video. Share my videos. If you want to see something different, let me know in the comments. I believe we're up to 117 subscribers now, and that's like amazing. I'm really impressed, and I'm really blessed. Until then, blessings. Thank you. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.